Hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. Well, after Stranger Things basically reduced my brain to mushy stuff.
I'm retarded?
I think I may have found myself the perfect palate cleanser. So slutty ladies and not so gentlemen, this is Pluribus. Pluribus tells the tale of well-loved fantasy author Carol Stoker, played by Rhea Seehorn, who's a bit of a moody cow, unhappy despite her success, as she believes she's just another hack writer. But when some scientists attempt to communicate with a mysterious unknown signal from space, the majority of the world becomes infected with some virus that has everybody telepathically bonding with each other and turning them into some kind of hive-mind, where they are themselves but are everybody else at the same time. They try to convert Carol, but somehow she manages to be one of the few that are immune. So now Carol is forced to try to find out if she can bring everyone back to normal. But will the sweet-natured and not so sinister hive-mind be able to convince her to be part of their utopia? After the phenomenon that was Breaking Bad, as well as the slow-burning but still gripping spin-off Better Call Saul, it was always a question whether creator Vince Gilligan could strike gold 3 times. Well, thank God he proved us right. Does it top Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? No. Has this concept been done already in much better movies and TV shows? Yeah, but I have to be honest, this might be one of the best shows to come out of this year. At first, I was a little skeptical whether I was going to like Carol as a main character, as she was already successful but unhappy, while Walter White was a bit more relatable, being a broke chemistry teacher who was dying and was resorting to extreme measures to financially support his family. And I hate characters that more despite having it all. But thanks to the smart writing and Rhea Seehorn's performance, Carol eventually grew on me. And when a character who's a total bad-tempered stick in the mud can still make me sympathise with her, then boy, you deserve credit. She's forced to be the voice of reason for humanity when humanity is on the verge of being done for, but she's also flawed as she pretty much has to rely on the hive-minds to provide her with what she needs, as the majority are in charge of supplies. When left alone too long in isolation, she can be partial to needing some companionship, even if it's with the very people she's skeptical of, especially with Zosia, played by Carolina Wider. But Carol also shows to be smart and resourceful. Every scene with her takes its time and never spells out what her intentions are. Even if you're wondering why she's doing this or doing that, you know she's trying to figure out how these people work, as well as how she can use it to her advantage. And credit to Widya for pretty much doing a good job of making Zosia actually likable, despite being this hard-minded, everyone thing. She gives her some personality, despite the fact she's basically billions of people connected together. Yet she also manages to be convincingly sinister underneath the smile once we learn more and more about the hive-mind. She adds as a great contradiction. She can be your greatest friend while also your worst enemy. And I love how they don't just make the hive-mind just straight-up villains. They're mostly incredibly friendly, peaceful people who are more than happy to assist you. They wouldn't harm a fly or an apple.
Makes sense to me.
They spaz out whenever anyone gets aggressive towards them. So-called peaceful people who are creepy and get triggered by pretty much anything they deem negative.
Why again? Yeah!
Nah, doesn't ring a bell. And yes, they've robbed people of their individuality, but they've also eradicated crime. All crime, murder, theft, everything. And even some of the non-converts are happy to go along with the madness just to live in the comfort of the hive-mind's utopia. That's also why they're so sinister. They've had to rob humanity of their individuality in order to create their utopia, which is fucked up because world peace has come at a great cost of everything that means to be human, free will. And this is why this show works, especially on a philosophical level. And it's also a great character study, as well as a great commentary on humanity itself, as the show also touches on how the non-converts are dealing with the world that's been taken over, with Samba shoots Mr. Diabetes, exploiting this utopia as a way to indulge in his hedonistic fantasies. And Carlos Manuel Vega's Manusus might be my favourite character in the show. In fact, he may be the more morally consistent, as he has completely shut himself away from any interaction from the hive-mind. refusing anything from them, even something basic as food. Even when he's injured on his journey to find Carol, he pays for his care, refusing to bow down to the hard man's charity. It's a great visual character exposition that is shown and never told. Some people have been bitching it takes a while to progress. Well, have you not seen Breaking Bad? And yes, it can be slow, but just like Breaking Bad, I like how it takes its time. Not once did I feel like my time was wasted. Every moment felt intentional. It's a show that respects your patience, and unlike Stranger Things 5, which just had characters doing shit for the sake of doing shit and explaining shit for the sake of explaining shit and coming to incoherent conclusions that felt like they were just there for the sake of moving the plot along with no actual context. This genuinely felt like you were discovering more of how sinister things were. Character motivations actually feel consistent, and with a second season being commissioned, I'm hoping Vince Gilligan doesn't drop the ball, because of now, Pluribus Series 1 is one show this bastard highly recommends. And whether you beautiful bastards are Northern, English or not, thanks for watching. And do remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell in order to be notified. And if you wish to further support this channel, then the links will be in the description below. But right now, happy 2026, everybody. Hopefully we have a much better year than we did last year. Ah, fuck.